I feel like people should be able to embrace what they want to embrace, and they should be able to do so without people criticizing them. Like, I just feel like it spews a very toxic narrative to be like, oh,
you too light skinned to be with us. Oh, you too dark skinned to be with us. Oh, you're not black enough.
You're not white enough. You're not Hispanic enough. You're not Haitian enough. You're not Jamaican enough. You're not Nigerian enough.
It's just like, bro, like. What up, everybody? I am the Mademoiselle, and this is my channel. And today we are going to be doing another episode of The Mafia Speaks, where you send in your problems, and me and the Mafia give you advice on what you should do. Now, I'm super proud of myself. Like, I'm literally going through these pretty damn quick. If I haven't already got to your email, it's probably because I already did it, or I've covered something that is very similar to your situation and I really hoped you watched it. So I'm going to link down the playlist of all the Mafia Speaks episodes I have done so you can reference, okay? So today's episode is going to be dealing with people who have trouble making friends, from what I kind of got from the ones that I threw together, okay? And this is gonna be a very interesting video. I can't relate to this too well because I've always been really good at making friends. I just don't really like nobody. Like, down below, do you have a problem with making friends or keeping friends, or do you feel like people are against you? Like, let me know, because I would love to know like how y'all feel about making friends, whether you're young, old. Like, for me, when I was younger, super easy to make friends. I had no issues. But as I'm getting older, it's harder to keep people around, only because like I get really mad really quick and really agitated. Like, after like 2 times of you doing some caca, you out. And also, just a quick note, I did have a housewarming about a month and some change ago, and someone bought me this pillow, and I have no idea who it was. A couple people bought me some stuff, and I have no idea who it was because y'all did not leave a note in the package. A lot of the things that were like on my Amazon list were not Amazon Prime, so you weren't, you know, able to leave a note. But whoever sent this to me, like, I am like so happy because this is like, I love it. It just embodies my life. So thank you to whoever bought me this pillow. Like, I love you so very much. And I love everyone else who sent me something for my housewarming. If you ever want to send me something, if it's freaking like a drawing, shit, some Campbell's chicken noodle soup, something, you know, my P.O. box is down in the description and in the pinned comment always. So let's get straight into the VG. Yeah. So I got my drink. This is a Refresca from Corona, y'all. These are amazing. It's premium spiked refresher, bro. It's 4.5 alcohol. And it's very low carb, okay? For those of you who are on that low carb diet, it tastes really good. If you're not 21 or older, don't even think about reaching for one of these. Thank you. All right. I have to get prepared because some of these, I'll be sitting here stressed. Like the last one, I had to take a little break. I was like, Jesus Christ, like what did I get myself into? I'm 13 years old, and I just wanted to ask you for some advice about dealing with my friends. I'm aware that most of your content is about black females, and that because I'm mixed, some of my black friends don't think I go through the same struggle as they do. My mother is half white and Mexican, and my biological father is black. Ooh, child, I can already see my comment section. Okay. Now, let me just say, I grew up with Hispanic and mixed people being considered black. I didn't know that they weren't considered black until I started making these types of videos, and people wanted to like start dragging mixed people for this, that, and the third. But it's very strange because it's like black people will accept certain mixed people as black, but then others is not. Like Colin Kaepernick. A lot of y'all will support him and be like, yeah, he's black, he's for the culture. But then, you know, you have someone like, you know, Tia and Tamara. Y'all won't accept Tamara because she married to a white man, but y'all accept Tia. But it's like y'all, they're twins and they're both mixed, so you either accept both or you accept none. But the point is, it's just like, I just feel like there needs to be like more clarification as to like what we deem as black and what we deem as not, because it's just too torn. Like, personally, I still consider them black. A lot of people wouldn't consider them black. I grew up that way. I grew up with Hispanic people saying the N-word. Like, that's just how I grew up. Now, would I go as far to say that mixed people or Hispanic people or even lighter skinned black people went through the same struggles as a darker skinned black person or someone who was like legitimately full on black? Probably not. Depending on what you look like though. Like I know mixed people that are blacker than black. I know mixed people that are whiter than white. Okay? You wouldn't even be able to tell that they're mixed. So I would believe that whatever experiences you go through has a lot to do with what you look like. So if I'm mixed and I look like, you know, Lupita, I'm most likely gonna get the same treatment as a dark-skinned woman. If I am mixed, but I look like Zendaya, I'm most likely not gonna get mistreated as bad as someone who is as darker skinned as Lupita. So I feel like a lot of it has to do with what you look like, essentially. What you look like, what you were raised as, the community you grew up with. I can already tell this is gonna be very, very interesting, okay? Two black friends I have think that I'm not black enough to hang out with them or be seen with them in public. They think I'm whitewashed. And I say few because even though I've grown up in a predominantly black neighborhood and gone to a predominantly black school, they don't see me as their equal. It also seems like I've been losing the small amount of friends I have since I've been with my boyfriend who was white for about 2 years. And now I'm sometimes think to myself, if I break up with him, would it be easier for me to fit in? But I never go through with it because I do really like him, but I feel like it's my fault. I don't fit in with my friends, like I'm doing something wrong, but I just wanted to reach out for some advice give me before I go into high school next month. By the way, I love your videos. If you don't get back to me with that, that's fine. I wish you the best of luck with your YouTube career and would love to see you grow as a YouTuber. Thank you very much. Now, woo child, this is different, okay? Now, I want all of you who just heard that to comment down below because every single time I ask a black person this question, I get a different response. Don't even give me the answer of,
Oh, that would never happen.
if you are black and you are watching this right now, man, woman, alien, whatever, go tell me right now, if you were to procreate with a white person, okay? If you were to marry, date, or whatever, happen to be pregnant by a white person, and you raise this kid, okay? You as the black parent, you raise this kid by yourself, whether you're a man or woman, you raise this kid by yourself in a black neighborhood, you know, raise them like your own because, you know, you're black, your kid, you know, like, that's what happens, right? Do you tell your kid that they're not black because they're indeed mixed? Or do you just tell them they're mixed and show them both sides? Or do you just, because you're predominantly black and they're in a black neighborhood and all you know is being black, do you just teach them about their black culture? Do you try to indulge them in their white culture and their black culture because they're mixed? Like, let me know, because I get a lot of different answers with that. Personally, if I was to have a baby with a white, give a shit, that kid is black and white, okay? I don't believe that mixed people should have to pick a side. I find that really, really strange. And then, you know, there's this whole argument of, okay, well, mixed people should have their own communities. Well, mixed doesn't only mean black and white. You can be Asian and black. You could be white and Native American. Mixed does not always mean black, white. Mixed could also mean different ethnicities are mixed, different skin colors are mixed, different races are mixed. It could mean a lot of different things. So to throw everyone in like just a mixed pool doesn't really work. It doesn't even work for black people. Okay, yeah, we're all black, but there's different types of black people. You got black Americans, you got black Caribbeans, you got black people who are directly from Africa, and then it goes further than that. There's black people from Europe. But like, there's black people all over the place. So it's just like, just throwing people into one pool doesn't really work. I just always took it the way our ancestors did it. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, the one drop rule, da da da. And there's gonna be so many people writing paragraphs about how uneducated I am and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, you cannot discredit what I have experienced. And that's just my personal opinion. I do not believe that we should exclude people just because they're mixed. Like, I think that's wild. However, I do believe that a lot of mixed people, or a lot of people who do, you know, have relationships with mixed people or white people or vice versa, you get the point. A lot of people who do interracial dating, do give the whole mixed situation a bad name. Like, you'll have them saying stupid shit like, oh, you're too dark, or oh, I thought you'd have pretty eyes. Like, you know, we see it all the time. Like, you know, there's a lot of them that mess it up for people, but then again, there's a lot of people who genuinely just want to love who they want to love. They don't care for the whole white or black thing. However they kid end up is however they end up. They just want to love, have their family, whatever the case may be. But the issue is the kids. Like, this is an issue. Like, kids end up growing up in these situations where, like, you know, they're getting made fun of. They don't feel like they belong in, you know, on either side. They're just in between. They end up resenting one side over the other, and it sucks. Like, I grew up with mixed friends, whether it was mixed ethnicities, mixed races, and it's just always been an issue. Like, I've had African-American friends who had African-American mothers, but then they had Haitian fathers, and then they ended up hating Haitians and killing Haitians, yes, killing Haitians because their fathers were not apparent in their lives. I had friends who were mixed with black and white, and they ended up hating white people because their white mother was, like, you know, a drug addict and left them with their black father. Like, I've seen it all. So it's just like, I feel like if anything, the kids do suffer from this. And I don't know, like, I feel like if I was to have a mixed kid, I would try to get them familiar with both of their sides, even if I was just the only one taking care of the kid as a black woman. Like, my kid gonna be Haitian as hell. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care what that kid look like. If it comes from me, it's Haitian, period. No, you're Haitian and whatever the hell you're mixed with, okay? You are black and whatever you're mixed with. You feel me? Like, there's different types of mixes, and I feel like when it comes to mixed people or people who have, like, different ethnicities, races, whatever, I feel like people should be able to embrace what they want to embrace, and they should be able to do so without people criticizing them. Like, I just feel like it spews a very toxic narrative to be like, oh,
you too light skinned to be with us. Oh, you too dark skinned to be with us. Oh, you're not black enough.
You're not white enough. You're not Hispanic enough. You're not Haitian enough. You're not Jamaican enough. You're not Nigerian enough.
It's just like, bro, like, I do not think that you should break up with your boyfriend just because your friend wants to be ignorant. Like, if you want to date a white boy, go right on ahead. Who cares? As far as fitting in, I understand that a lot of people want to fit in. Like, you know, that's part of human interaction, especially if you're a teenager. That's something that, you know, is really important to you. You don't want to stand out. You want to fit in. You want to have friends. I get it. However, I'm going to tell you this right now. A lot of these people are going to be so irrelevant to you in the next, 3 to 4 years? Like, when you graduate high school, you're not going to talk to half these motherfuckers. When you graduate college, you're going to forget these people's names. So this is really not important right now, honestly. I say live your best life and make friends with people who care about you. These girls clearly don't care about you, okay? And it could be for a lot of different reasons. Maybe they think you're stuck up. Maybe they think that you think you're better than them. Maybe they don't like your attitude. Maybe it has nothing to do with your race. Maybe it does. It could be a lot of different reasons. Trust me, okay? Nonetheless, you cannot sit there and, like, waddle in that type of mind frame of, oh my God, they don't like me. What am I gonna do? Why don't they like me? I want them to like me. You cannot sit there and think that, you know, you can't sit there and waddle in that type of mindset because you're gonna get nowhere. You're gonna waste your high school years. Have fun with your boyfriend. Find friends who care about you. If those bitches don't want to hang out with you, that's cool. Bye, deuces. I would try to find other people who could relate to you. So I would guess other girls who are mixed, or just people who don't give a shit, people who are genuine, people who really just care about you for you being a good friend, you being there for them, you just being you. That's my advice on that. I hope you cut those bitches off, because don't nobody got time for that. All right, next one. Hi, I'm a fan of your YouTube channel and I've been watching for a while now. I'm 15 and my parents are Jehovah Witnesses. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Being in the truth as they call it, it's been very rough. So here is where it gets crazy. As Jehovah Witnesses, you aren't allowed to celebrate any holidays such as Christmas, birthdays, etc. I do know this already. Also, you aren't allowed to make friends outside the congregation. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I have a couple of Jehovah friends. I ain't Jehovah. The Jehovah Witnesses see people who aren't like them as bad people and are a danger to society. Oh, do they? That's interesting. I don't know. I'm about to ask some of my Jehovah friends, like, do you think I'm a bad person? Like, am I bad in society? They also indoctrinate us children, so it will be easier to manipulate them into doing what they want them to do. So as for myself, a 15-year-old girl who really struggles with this, I'm not allowed to go out and have fun like the other kids. I'm not allowed to go to any school functions such as homecoming or prom. Oh my God. Ooh, I'm sorry. I did not know that they had to go through all of this. I'm not allowed to have friends over my house or to anyone else's house. I am also not allowed to go outside. What is this, religious child abuse? Like, what? Not allowed to go outside. So I'm basically locked in the house. They are teens I think she would say there are teens my age in the congregation, but none of them like me because I don't want to serve Jehovah or get baptized. But the thing I don't get is my parents tell me to make some friends and I explain to them they don't want to be around me. And then go on to say the kids I make friends with at school or on social media say that they are all fake and that they aren't my real friends. I really hate being here, honestly. I need advice. Please help. Like I said, I do have Jehovah friends. I've never heard of it being that radical, but then again, now that I think about it, most of the Jehovah friends I have aren't currently practicing it. Like, their family is Jehovah Witness, and now they not. They just, they just grew up Jehovah. And now that I think about it, they do describe the same type of thing, except some of them, have said that they've been sexually abused. And that's a whole nother story. We're not even about to talk about that. Honestly, you're 15. You got, what, 3 more years till you're able to do whatever you want? From what I understand, I know damn well your parents are not about to let you get a jab. Just a hard one. Well, you still do go to school. Clearly you have a phone. Your parents are always going to tell you that, the people outside of the congregation are bad for you for the simple fact that, they're not Jehovah Witnesses, right? And just because, that's just how parents are. Everybody's bad for you, blah, blah, blah. But the funny part is a lot of the times your parents are right and you don't notice it until it's too late, right? And you have to cut off like 25 people. But the point is, I believe that you should just make friends with people in your school. Yeah, you can't go to school functions. You can't, invite people over to your house, but you could definitely still make friends at school. You can definitely still do in-school curricular activities. They probably wouldn't let you do an after-school one, but like try to do things that are like, I guess, during school. I'm not sure if they still have these. Like when I was in school, we used to have school plays and stuff, and 9 times out of 10, it was like during school. Like it would be like a 1 period type of thing to practice. Maybe like a few minutes after school here and there, but not always. I personally feel like you should definitely do your best right now to make friends with people in your school. And then as soon as you turn 18, or better yet, as you turn 17 and you're approaching your junior year, apply to a whole bunch of schools. Hopefully you're not that type of person whose birthday is after September, because then you might have to wait another year to sign off on your own papers. But by the time you're 18, you could sign off your own papers when it comes to college. I've seen a lot of parents be petty as shit when their kids want to go to school and they want to control them, and they're like still 17 by the time school's about to open. And they don't sign their papers, and you have to wait a whole nother year until they can sign off on their own shit and go to school. This is honestly the only way I could see you getting out, unless you just rebel and say, fuck this, I hate y'all, and leave. But I mean, like, where are you gonna go? Like a shelter? I don't know how that's gonna work. I say school is your best way out if you really care for school like that, if you really want an education. I'm not just saying, oh, apply to school and get the hell out. And then, I'm saying if you really care for school, if you really care for education, make sure you go out of your way to make friends with people, make connections with people, and start looking at the schools you want to go to so you can live on campus. Try to find scholarships, try to be involved in something. Like even like try to get involved in something that kind of disguises it as being religious, but is more for your own benefit, like community service. I know schools always do community service. Try to do more community service driven stuff. I don't know if your parents will let you do this, but try to do sport. So it's like, okay, I'm keeping myself in the line of God. I'm keeping myself productive. I'm doing community service, stuff like that. Because then, it goes well on your college application. You can get scholarships for that type of stuff. So definitely, yeah, do your research on that, okay? Do your research on where you're trying to go, what your plan is. Try to find ways to make money, like, as soon as you turn 18, start applying to jobs and get out. If that's not what you're gonna do, like as soon as you turn 18, just find a job and get out. Your first few checks, save them up, get out. But that's like 3 years from now, so that's stressful. That's really stressful. I really hope everything's going well, because that doesn't sound like a fun situation to be in. Hi, Mademoiselle. If you'd like, you can call me blank, because we do not tell names. Stop putting your names in it. Anyways, I've hated myself since I was in 2nd grade. I started off when I was 6, probably 7, in class by a white teacher. I lived in Colorado for 3 years of my life, and that was my first experience with racism. Not only am I black, but I was the only child in the room for 3 years that has dark skin. We moved back to Chicago. I thought, hey, I get to make friends with people who look like me. Yeah, no. In fact, they were worse. To 8th grade, I've been called names, picked on, and used by students and a teacher who also black in many different shades. Used as in ran errands that they could have done themselves. I only did things for them because I wanted to be liked. Ugly, fat, useless, unwanted. All things I was told all my life. I had eventually had some friends, but I fucked it up because I grew way too attached and became angry when they say they were moving away or going to different schools. Okay, let me pause here. Okay, this was a lot to unpack. So you were the only black kid, moved to a place where there was other black kids. So that's interesting. So, okay. Comment down below if you've ever had a situation like that where it's like, you know, you want to be around more people that look like you, then you move to a place that, you know, where people look like you, and now it's worse. Honestly, I could say ain't no white kids ever tease me like that. Not really, like barely, like, and if they did, I don't remember it. I've had white people like look at me or say ignorant shit, but I've never ever can say I've been like teased or made fun of like by white people, unless it was like online. But in person, growing up in school, white people never fucked with me like that. Like, they was never doing stupid shit. I had plenty of white friends. One of my best friends is white. They was never doing no stupid shit, okay? But I can say a lot of the bullying and shit that I went through were from black people. A lot of the shit that a lot of effed up shit that people said to me came from black people. I will definitely say that. So I definitely relate to that. Now, I'm trying to understand, like, I understand you're doing favors and all of that to be liked, but like them calling you fat and ugly and useless and unwanted is just ridiculous. Like, as soon as somebody calls me that, I ain't doing shit. I don't care if you like me or not. Like, y'all learn to love yourself, learn about self-worth, learn when some people just don't need to be in your life, okay? If someone is calling you names, if someone is degrading you, if someone is disrespecting you, if someone is making you feel less than poppin', less than perfect, less than what you are, do not hang around them. Don't stay near them. It don't matter what they have, what they can do, whatever. I don't care if you are 10, 25, or 50, listen to this. Do not let people use and abuse you, whether it's mentally, physically, emotionally, wherever, okay? Because you're going to regret it. That is just ridiculous. Like, I wish, okay? The only friendships I feel like I'm allowed to have are from people I meet online. I feel like I can't grow attached if they're already miles away. I have a loving family, but sometimes I felt like they only cared about my grades. My depression really beats my ass. I wasn't even supposed to graduate high school. My teacher gave me a pass for her class because I did some art for her. I'm 18 now with a boyfriend. I honestly don't know how I got him, LOL. When I hang out with him, I notice that it's hard for me to actually speak and have a conversation with him because of what I've gone through. My conversation topics go into texting and being on social media. I'm emailing you because I'm tired of running off more people I care deeply about with my standoffish behavior. I'm sorry, it's probably long as shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad you know you're standoffish, because I was just about to say that. I'm like, it sounds very standoffish. But I feel like your standoffish you get the point. I feel like you come off that way only because of what you've been through. Like, that's not really your fault. I would suggest you speak to someone about it, like, like a therapist, a counselor, shit, even your boyfriend. I suggest you talk to someone about it so you can get it off your chest, so you can like express how you feel. I mean, clearly you're expressing yourself, so this is a good first step. I suggest you really talk to someone and see how, you feel after that, like let it all out. Because I feel like there's way more to this, because I feel like this is just way too short. Like, I feel like even though you think it's long, it's too short. It doesn't really tell me much. It's just, okay, I was the only black girl, then I wasn't the only black girl. People still mistreated me. I'm pushing people away. People fake as shit, calling me fat and ugly when I did shit for them. And then, like, so I'm just like, okay, I don't understand. Like, it's jumping. So from what I'm seeing here, it does feel like you're a little standoffish, but I don't think it's your fault. I don't think there's anything wrong with being standoffish either, to be honest. I'm pretty standoffish to an extent. But I don't let it, like, ruin very great relationships or networking, in regards to networking and stuff like that. Genuinely, I believe that since you're 18, you should go out more. Try to, like, go to, like, more social events. Meet new people, take walks in the park, go to the library, go to the museum, go to a concert, do stuff like that, because it's gonna make you open up more. It's going to make you, like, it's gonna force you to interact with people, because depending on where you live, I think you live in Chicago, right? There's plenty of shit going on in Chicago. You can make plenty of friends, plenty of connections, and it will knock you right out of, like, this funk that, you're probably in right now. I think you'll be just fine. I really think that this has a lot to do with just, what you went through when you were younger. You probably feel like people are going to judge you, mistreat you, or use you. That's definitely probably what the problem is. And you need to understand, not everyone's out to get you. A few bad seeds should never affect what you can do, what you can accomplish. Always make sure that you are not hindering yourself from good things. So with that being said, good luck with that. I really hope you take my advice and actually start going out and stuff like that, because I feel like that will break you out of your shell. Hope you're still with your boyfriend. Okay, shit, you out here. And yeah, I hope things get better. That's it for this video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow me on social media, get your merchandise. If you need some advice, send an email to the TheeMafiaSpeaks Gmail, not the Mademoiselle Gmail. I will delete it automatically, okay? Do all that, and I'm gonna see y'all next time.